We went to all of these prime spots in Mumbai, and with the talking zebra and a mime artist, actually started reaching out to motorists and educating them about how they can keep the roads safe.
People think of insurance when things go wrong, and that's not a really pleasant thought. So we wanted to move from protection to prevention. I think India's got like almost 1.7 or 1.8 lakhs of people who
Motorists.
died
Oh.
in 2024. We don't take risk very seriously or investing for risk very seriously. We think it's optional,
Sure.
but it's not.
It's
It's
not, yes.
absolutely mandatory. Zuno Smart Drive, we also have rewards that we give. It's not just about driving well. We are incentivizing you. We are rewarding your positive behavior. A very sad thing about insurance, at least I feel sometimes, is when customers get stressed about claiming insurance. That's the last thing they should do.
So true.
Insurance should be about peace of mind. It should be like, oh, I stress about my medical emergency because everything else is taken care of.
Sure.
And that uncertainty we need to take out.
So if I just sum it up in a nutshell, Zuno can take care of what areas of your life? It was the month of January. I had such a great time because, at Fever, we were told it's Road Safety Week and we'd actually shaken hands with Zuno General Insurance. We were so excited. We were like kids, all right? And after that, we went to all of these prime spots in Mumbai, and with the talking zebra and a mime artist, actually started reaching out to motorists and educating them about how they can keep the roads safe. I'm Rotox, this is Fever FM, and today I'm joined by Shanai Ghosh. She's the MD and CEO of Zuno General Insurance Limited. Thank you, Shanai, for joining us today.
Thank you, Rotox.
I want to start off by just saying, what an idea. We had so much fun with the talking zebra. Did you have as much fun coming up with that concept? And why do you think it worked like it did?
Probably started with the zebra crossing and,
Yes.
trying to find, what is an engaging way of communicating road safety. And, someone must have had an epiphany.
Yes,
That
absolutely.
zebra
And a talking
zebra.
Yeah. And talking RJs, of course, for always, forever.
Yes,
What
of
I
course.
really enjoyed was the fact that we had the opportunity to interface with the city. Because the truth is that the city would love to actually help you do things better. And I think that that was the underlying message, that we can't do this without the motorists, right? And as a company that deals with insurance, it's not about saying कि कुछ खराब हो जाए उसके बाद हम हैं. It's about saying that we're invested in the well-being of the entire city or the entire nation. I thought that was a very beautiful thing. Was that important to you as well?
In fact, that was the core idea because, you're absolutely right. People think of insurance when things go wrong, and that's not a really pleasant thought. So we wanted to move from, protection to prevention. So being a true partner in managing the day-to-day uncertainties and not just about landing up when things go wrong. That, of
Yes.
course, is there. We have to be there. But can we be a partner and help prevent things from going wrong? And being general insurance, motor insurance being a very big part of our business and the insurance industry's business, it kind of is a very good fit, road safety, because we want to prevent accidents. And it's not just about preventing accidents, preventing insurance claims. It's about, preventing loss of life on the road. And, I think India's got like almost 1.7 or 1.8 lakhs of people who died in 2024,
That's a
which
very
was an
bad number, yeah.
increasing.
Yeah.
And I think it was almost like 500 deaths a day. It's a huge number. Just
Sure.
think about it. It's a huge number. And, when you hear of that number and you think, what can you do to prevent that? And the sad part is, and the good part is, all of that is preventable. It was someone's mistake.
Sure,
So
absolutely.
I think that's why road safety is a very large platform the government is talking about.
Speaking of the government, the IRDAI has a very interesting mission: insurance for all by 2047. Straight up question for you: you are the industry, okay? Do you think the industry is ready for that scale, or are you still playing catch up? Or what are the sort of one or two things that need to be done on a macro level so that this actually gets realized?
So let's understand what insurance for all means. It means everyone should have meaningful life insurance, meaningful health insurance, and meaningful protection of their assets. We don't take risk very seriously or investing for risk very seriously. We think it's optional, but it's not. It's
not,
absolutely mandatory. Why do we think it's optional? Because we say, oh, I have some savings, I have family, I have friends. It will not happen to me. I'm doing well. Bhagwan dekh lega. All kind of these kind of thoughts are there. And which is why we don't, like I said, take risk management as mandatory, and insurance is part of that risk management. We need to shift that mindset. We need to
Perspective,
shift that cultural thinking that we've got. It probably was true some time back where you could lean upon family, friends, and largely joint family, but
Sure.
now things are changing, you know.
Sure.
So we need to shift, like you said, that mindset, and that shift can happen only gradually. We as an insurance industry have started that journey. You must have seen our campaign, Acha
Yes.
Kya Insurance Liya.
Yeah,
Again,
of
using
course.
animals to talk, and we are very proud of that campaign. But that's, like I said, a long journey. Internationally, how things have moved is, you know, while the insurance industry is responsible for creating products, processes, access,
Sure.
doing all of that to make sure that it's easily available, affordable, accessible, and so on, but to shift mindset, to make sure that people also realize. And in our country, we are one of the fast GDP growth countries,
Yes.
so financial literacy hasn't kept pace. To move that needle, I personally believe that some policy has to be there to mandate some kind of coverage. Once you mandate, over time, people will take it because there's a mandate. They will experience it because
Sure.
life is uncertain. And eventually, they will start finding that they can't do without insurance. And that's how behavior, that's how mindsets have changed internationally. So I think it's, while the industry is doing their job, I don't think it'll happen organically. There needs to be some external push. So
Push,
I do
yes.
believe that, you know, for instance, everyone should be told that you can't have a house without home insurance. You know, the penetration of home insurance is under 5% in India.
Yeah.
We don't think anything is going to happen to our house.
Sure.
Okay. Then you, of course, there is a rule that you can't drive without third party liability insurance, but 50% drives without that.
50%, that's
And
not a
what
small number.
and what can you do? Enforcement.
Yeah.
You have to make it really punitive to drive without insurance.
True.
So there are different solutions, you know, different ways that different stakeholders have to play their role. Like I said, insurance industry has to do it. It's a journey. I wouldn't say we are playing catch up. We are building towards that, but I think we need to do something else as a country to change this mindset. I've also had association with life insurance. I remember with our partners, and one of the biggest challenges that they had was that, you know, nobody wants to talk about death. Nobody wants to talk about when things go wrong. Nobody wants to talk about hospitalization,
Yes.
medical emergency. I can't tell you the number of people who come to me after they've had a heart episode and said, I want insurance now.
Yes.
So someone very nicely, you should have insurance when you don't need it rather than when you need it.
And I think that's where a company like Zuno comes in. They take care of it. They handle it.
Absolutely, that's our job.
What should consumers be actually asking before they sign up for an insurance?
So I think the first thing that the customer, I would like them to think about, what do they want. Okay, so there are two parts to car insurance. One, if your car gets damaged, repairing, the cost of repairing that. The second, if you injure someone, and that's really scary. Okay, if you injure someone by mistake, if someone driving your car injures someone, then the liability of that injury, if it goes to court, is on you.
Yeah.
And it can be immense. It's unlimited liability.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've seen people who've had crores of liability because of some incident. Liability is on them. The court will decide against them. That's where insurance comes in, and insurance takes care of that liability for the person who owns the car. So there are two parts.
Yeah.
The liability is mandatory. So you don't have a choice. You're breaking the law if you don't have that.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
So please make sure you have that. I think for at least for people who drive a car, most people have it. Now the own damage part. Now you have to decide, you know, do you want a basic cover for your car, or do you want a complete cover? I don't want to pay anything. Everything should be covered. As you know, as cars get older, there's a depreciation. The cost of the car keeps on going down.
Yes.
So that depreciation applies to parts also. If you still want everything insured at the old rate, then you want a complete cover. Or if you say that, okay, 15, 20, 30% depreciation,
Right.
I'll take care of. Now, what is the choice between two? A basic cover is obviously cheaper.
Yes.
A full cover is obviously more expensive.
Expensive, yes.
So you can decide depending on what you want for
What
your
your
car,
need is.
what your current requirement is. So a lot of people, for instance, if you have older cars, they are okay taking a basic cover, but if the car is new, they don't want anything to look bad, so they want complete cover. So if you want a full cover, I would say the basic thing that you should have is a zero depreciation cover, right? The second thing, depending on if your car is in a place that floods, all kinds of places are flooding now, you have inundation, so do have engine protect,
Yes.
right? Then there is something called consumable, so that if you want zero, it's some basic 1500, 2000 rupee deductible, but if you want zero hassle and it should go in and come out, then you can take that. Please take roadside assistance because you don't know when you may need it.
So
It's very
true.
cheap.
Yes.
You can get it. And then the fifth one is return to invoice. That is for people who worry about thefts, etc., and who worry about total loss because it can happen.
Sure.
You want complete, but that's expensive. Buy it only if you need it. Typically, people who have got new cars buy it.
Yes,
People who have
yes.
older cars don't buy it. So these four are absolutely important. So remember, these are the things. First decide what you want.
Sure.
Then after, whether you want to save money or whether you want complete cover. Once you do that, then you should look at the claim rates. Okay, all of us publish our claim settlement rates
Yes,
online, which is claim settlement, what is the settlement rate, what is the repudiation rate, all of that is available to you. But I would just say that go for an insurer that you're confident of rather than an insurer you're not. And lastly, how do you claim? Okay, you shouldn't have to go through various loops, jumping of loops, call center, app, mobile, online, everything. All these options should be available to you. So all these things are things that I would keep in mind. People start with price.
Yes,
Okay,
of
people
course.
start, let me see what is the cheapest. Now there are many things that go into making the insurance cheapest. Some people add voluntary copay. That means you have agreed to pay 10-20% of your claim. Some people will say preferred garage. That's a good option if you want a cheap. That means I will go into only this closed network of garages. Some people will change the IDV value, the value of your car.
Yes.
So all these are ways to reduce premium. So don't start with reduced premium. Start with what you want and then figure out
Then
the
take it,
premium.
yes.
And when you're comparing premium, please do apples to apples comparison. Make sure that the value is the same in every quote, and make sure the add-ons, which all I suggested, zero dep, etc., are the same. Only then you can do an actual value-based comparison.
One of the things that really excited me is Zuno Smart Drive. Hit me, Shanai, hit me. Tell me all about it, because anything that has the word smart in it, I want to know about.
How much time you got?
Oh, wow, this is great.
No,
This is great.
this is one of the things that we are very proud of,
Yeah.
because we are the only company in India that is doing this. The genesis of this entire idea and product was, when you do research, you say that why did you have an accident, and more often than not you will have people saying that someone was driving bad. Never people say I was driving bad, but someone was driving bad.
उसकी गलती थी.
उसकी
Correct.
गलती थी, लेकिन किसी इंडिविजुअल की गलती थी. But do you know that the beauty of insurance in India is that we don't price it on individuals' driving behavior. We price it based on the car, which car you were driving, where you were driving, all of these. Now these are not unimportant factors, it's important. But how can we ignore the biggest factor, the driving behavior, and there's no way to capture it. And then we started thinking about, how do I bring this into the play? That was one angle. The second angle was that, are we fair in insurance pricing today? Because a person is driving in Delhi gets a higher premium generally. A person driving in a place like Bombay or Bangalore gets a lower premium generally. And it is not completely unfair. It is appropriate because Delhi does have a higher share of accidents than Bombay and
Oh,
Bangalore.
okay. I was very curious. I was like,
But there are also people in Delhi who drive very carefully. Right?
For sure.
Why shouldn't I?
बदनाम है दिल्ली.
बदनाम है दिल्ली, बट कुछ ऐसे लोग हैं जो ड्राइव अच्छा करते हैं. उनको क्यों हम सबके
Penalize कर रहे हो.
सबके लिए penalize कर रहे हैं? So we said we have to personalize
Sure,
the
sure, of
insurance so
course,
that
yeah.
you are charging a person a premium that is personal and relevant and fair to them, and
How
not
are you
because
doing this?
yeah. So one of the things is, earlier people thought of, we'll put a device in the car, but nobody wants to put a foreign device in your car.
Sure.
And in the age of instant gratification, digital everything, Who's got the time to get some device, put it in your car and then start your insurance, right? No one has. So then we thought of using mobile telematics, and mobile telematics is a very advanced science internationally. So we decided to use that and use all the data coming from the sensors in the phone to derive driving habits.
Sure.
So what we've done is we have a Zuno app obviously. The Zuno app has a mobile telematics SDK that picks up all the sensor data from your mobile
Sure.
based on your consent and translates that into parameters like sudden braking, sudden harsh acceleration, harsh cornering,
That's amazing.
distracted driving. So if you're picking up the mobile to do something, it will capture it as distracted driving.
Correct.
So those are the kind of things
तो
that
ये
picks
ये
up.
एक मॉनिटर की तरह है जो आपके साथ ऑलरेडी आपके गाड़ी में है और वो कहीं ना कहीं आपका एक रिपोर्ट बना रहा है.
हाँ बिल्कुल, हर एक आपके ट्रिप को ट्रैक करके बोल रहा है आपने इधर अच्छा किया, इधर बुरा किया.
I think my driver really needs it, guys.
No, so that's great. You know, one of the things that people came and said, but India में तो driver drive कर सकते हैं. I said the driver is a surrogate for your driving because you're sitting in the car, your driver's driving it. So if you're sitting in the car and your car is your driver's behavior is being tracked on your mobile, it's fair.
Yeah.
Because
It's fair.
same thing happens for
Absolutely.
my driver. So I said it's fair because he's the one who's driving. His driving should be good for my car to be run, safely. So yes, it's absolutely right about who is driving the car. Their behavior should be tracked. Every trip is tracked. Every trip you are told this is what you did right, this is what you did wrong. And earlier we had a hypothesis that people who are safe drivers have lesser accidents. But now with about 2 lakh crores of data,
Yeah.
kilometer
Yeah.
data, that hypothesis is being validated, and we know that above a score of 95% there is marked difference in the claims rate and the accident rate.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, it's been a journey. Again, this is also a way we are engaging people in motor insurance. Otherwise it's a very low involvement product. Like you said, I told someone, they buy it. But with this, we are getting people to look at the mobile and say, am I driving well or not? And in Zuno Smart Drive, we also have rewards that we give. It's not just about driving well. We are incentivizing you. We are rewarding your positive behavior. In fact, another good thought that we had was, when you do something wrong, you get fines.
Yeah.
Right? Traffic, you run a signal.
चालान ही चालान है दोस्तों.
Chalan.
जिंदगी
But
ही
if
चालान
you
भरने में जा
drive
रही है.
well, do you get a reward?
No, I
Nobody
agree.
drives,
Correct.
nobody rewards you for
Correct.
driving well. So we said
बिल्कुल.
we are the ones who will reward you for driving well.
Okay.
So if you drive well and your score is good, you can get up to 30% discount on your renewal. But then we are human beings, we want instant discount. So if you're a good driver and we have a weekly leaderboard, you can win up to fuel vouchers of up to 1,000. And in a month, I think you can win 10,000 rupee fuel vouchers
This
also.
is amazing.
So this is a way of people tracking their driving behavior, and by rewarding them, we are making sure that they are driving better. And the other thing about human psychology is the moment you start giving people a score, subconsciously we want to improve the score.
100%.
Right?
Yes.
So if I'm getting a 90 score, I'll say मुझे 95 जाना है.
मुझे रखना ही है 95 पे.
And we did a lot of research when we started all of this, and we thought that people will be very happy with getting rewards, getting premium. And what was very heartening to know that people said no, this is about driving safely, so rewards and all are great.
Sure.
But if it helps me drive safer, it helps me contribute to making roads in India safer. That's a great
Yes.
purpose, and I'd like to get behind it. And great for the Gen Z
Yes,
population who think like this, and it was so good. And today people don't want to just associate with any brand. They want the brand to have a purpose, and for us, road safety became that purpose, from protection to prevention.
Prevention. I also know that I've heard of this technology. Tell me if this is part of it, because I know of the tech where if you and khuda na khasta, you are in a car accident, then your mobile can actually trigger the process of insurance. So is this a part of Smart Drive as well?
It was something, thanks for asking, it was something we launched. It's called crash detection. So if the telematics detects a very sudden movement or a huge jerk, we have the process where a call center will reach out
Call you.
to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
customer to check if they are doing okay, if something's gone wrong, and if something's gone wrong, trigger all the assistance that is required. Yes, so that is a feature that is inbuilt. In fact, it's something that we read about somewhere else, and we thought it was a good feature. We are going to build many more features using smart, because telematics can help tell you that this is a safer road. It can help tell you that this is what you can do to better your fuel efficiency. So there's so much we can do, and we want to really become a part and parcel of people's daily life, their mobility, their journeys, so that we, like I said, we help prevent accidents beyond just
Beyond just, yeah, that's
protecting
what
them
we
when it
started with,
happened.
yeah. And I think Smart Drive users have logged over 1 crore
Yeah,
kilometers
almost
in
2
less
crores.
than a
Yeah,
year. So
yeah,
almost 2 crores.
yeah.
What does that tell you really? Does it tell us that they want cheaper car insurance? Or is it just a recognition of responsible driving? So is the reward why they're doing it, or are they actually...
One of the things that my team was telling me that they have for these weekly fuel vouchers that we give up, we have some customers who are actually saying, why didn't I get mine? My score was this, something didn't get captured. And while it's a complaint, for me it was great validation that people have started engaging with the product and the brand and contributing. Even by doing this, they are contributing to road safety. So I was very happy to hear that.
What are the biggest gaps in insurance penetration that still need to be addressed today?
See, insurance penetration gaps. Today we look at insurance, the penetration with a metric of GDP percentage, which is, in my opinion, not enough,
Sure,
because that's an economic kind of percentage. But there are penetration gaps have to be looked at 4 dimensions: economic, rich, poor. What is the penetration rich? What is the penetration
correct.
demographic, young, old,
Sure.
geographic, rural, urban,
Sure.
and product, motor, health, property. So every lens has its own view of penetration, and we can't have a one size fits all approach
Sure.
to everything. The task is a lot of awareness, because there's such low penetration rates,
Of
and like I
course.
said, some
Of course.
outside in pressure to have some policy level mandate to get people to start protecting themselves. Health is a little bit complex, because health awareness is not the problem. In health, um, we have many people involved. We are just the payer. The provider network is the hospitals, and you would have read a lot about
Sure.
the issue between payer and provider. So I'll speak for the industry first. As in health insurance industry, I believe our task is to make products simpler. While we have things like unlimited coverage and all of this, but I think somewhere it is catering to a set of people who are very evolved and who know exactly what they want. But at a very basic level, people need insurance that pays when they need to. And they don't want to have ambiguity or uncertainty about how much I'll get, especially, and
So
will it
true.
be covered, because that adds a lot of stress to the person. A very sad thing about insurance, at least I feel sometimes, is when customers get stressed about claiming insurance. That's the last thing they should do.
So true.
Insurance should be about peace of mind. It should be like, oh, I stress about my medical emergency because everything else is taken care of.
Sure.
And that uncertainty we need to take out. And therefore, we have to work at designs which take out that uncertainty. And I will not go into details about the product design. So we need to have
Sure.
simpler products, and we need to have simpler processes. And one of the things for simpler processes is where I think the government policy making comes in, is about getting people on the digital framework of National Health Claims Exchange, because all insurers are there. If hospitals are also there, then the data flows seamlessly.
Sure. Sure.
The second thing we are doing as an industry is creating one network for the entire industry. So it doesn't matter which insurer you go with, you have one network, and in that network everything is cashless, and we have negotiated rates, so there's no reason for you to wait for a pre-approval. You can just go, show your card, and get admission and
Yes.
start.
Yes.
So that is what we are doing as an industry. What we need to also do to make life really simple for customers is to have some kind of regulation around hospitals also, because like I said, we don't want uncertainty around insurance.
Sure.
The
Sure.
customers also don't want uncertainty about how much this will cost. They can't understand why the same procedure in one room costs one and another room costs X.
Another, yeah.
Why? Because the doctor has changed everything else around the
Yes.
infrastructure, the cost also changes. So these are difficult for people to understand. And there has to be some standardization of this. Maybe for different hospitals, you can't, maybe a tertiary or an expensive hospital cannot be the same as a basic hospital, have different rates. Have standardized protocols so that I know that if I'm going for this, these are the things, these are the tests, this is the treatment protocol. That avoids a lot of back and forth with insurers also. So like I said, in the journey to go towards insurance for all, to improve penetration, the task is different for different people, for different target audience, for different products. And there is something to be done by insurers, a lot to be done by insurers, but we need help from, you know, the other people,
Yeah,
other
the other
stakeholder
stakeholders, for
groups
sure. They need to come in and they
to
need
move
to, yeah,
to,
play the game. Yeah.
yeah.
So if I just sum it up in a nutshell, Zuno can take care of what areas of your life?
We as an insurer, we take care of I mean your mobility. So everything to do with traveling, moving, we take care of that. We take care of health, we take care of property insurance. We've recently launched a product called surety insurance, which is very important for infrastructure. So all contractors who want to apply to get a contract. So this is something that enables their business. And we have a bunch of products which are very modular, which we can attach with groups of customers who want a similar product. So if to give you an example, if it's an MFI customer, we have something called a loan protection or EMI protection product. If the customer falls ill and cannot pay EMI for 1 or 2 months, that product provides that EMI. So we have a host of modular products that can be customized and attached to groups who have customers, so that it gives them a custom solution for their product.
Amazing.
So we have a bunch of products. Insurance and non-life insurance is everything but life, so it's limitless. So rather than go and do everything averagely, we'd rather take step by step and do one thing very well
Very
and
well.
then move on to the rest.
And right now, of course, we're talking about road safety, because Zuno General Insurance and us at Fever, we came together and we actually did something interesting. We went on the streets and we had a talking zebra. And I want to ask you before we go to a couple of things. Number one is, what do you think is one change Indian drivers need to make on roads so that it's better for everybody?
Lane discipline is there. I've seen it in developing countries also. It's just crazy how we change lanes.
Yes.
There is just nothing. I mean, from left to right, from right to left, it's all over the place. And the two-wheelers, my God, I feel bad for them. They are playing with their safety on the roads. They honestly are, honestly speaking, the worst offenders of lane discipline, because they have narrow spaces to go through, and therefore every space between two cars is an opportunity for them. And in the process, they are really putting their lives in danger.
Risk, yeah.
And if I can say one more thing,
Sure.
which I don't know why in India we don't mandate pillions drivers to have helmets.
Helmets.
Why is their head made of Teflon? I mean, rock or something, that it won't get injured only the person
Sure.
riding the scooter or the
Riding,
two.
yeah.
So I think these two things, and third is running traffic signals. So I believe if we do these three things, I really think that road safety will change dramatically.
What's one piece of data you want to leave us with so that people will always remember this conversation?
I
The
think I
500
shared it
people a
in
day?
the beginning that almost 500 people
A
lose their
day?
lives
Yeah.
on the road, and we've lost almost 2 lakh lives.
Yeah.
And remember how many we lost in COVID? It was less than that. And
Yeah.
we used to track it every day.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
This has just become a statistic. It should bother us a lot.
It should bother us a lot, but let me tell you, today I feel a lot more geared, okay, because today you've not just spoken about product, you've spoken about progress. For me, that has been important. For all of us to understand why insurance is important, I think to just take stock of our lives, to have those uncomfortable conversations. जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि चाहे वो आपकी body हो या आपकी गाड़ी हो, the truth is you have to take care of these things. And there are experts to do the taking care of. All you have to do is just be a little more aware, because as people who are making their own money today, the truth is you are in charge of your narrative, and you will be in charge for the next generation and the one above you. So this one's for you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you still have more questions, I have a little bit of a hotline with Shanai, I promise you, and we can have her back, maybe regularly, not so sure, as the MD and CEO with spare time. But I'm with this. I'm on this. I'm part of your drive. I'm part of your mission. I truly appreciate your time today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rohini.
Thank
Lovely
you
to
so
be
much.
part of this
Thank you.
conversation.